Hi everybody, this is a quick lab on natural selection, and you'll notice there are two possibilities here, intro and lab. They're both the same thing, it's just that the lab gives you more options to play with. I want you to do the intro. You're welcome to do the lab. It's just, notice the difference. With intro you only got a couple of things you can do. With the lab you have a few more. And if you're interested, you are very welcome to add, play around with this to see what happens. But essentially I want to show you how this works, and then I want to show you how to do one thing, and then after that you're welcome to play around with it. So here we have a landscape. You'll notice that it is it looks like kind of a, I don't know, maybe even a desert landscape, I don't know, but it's got a brown background, a white bunny, and something to eat. Now I don't want you to limit the food. We're going to add some wolves in here in a minute. Let's watch what just happens by itself. Now it takes a little while, so just bear with me. But we're going to click add a mate and watch the clock starts ticking. And this is generations. Okay, so we add a mate, so in this amount of time there'll be another generation. And watch the graph right here as the population increases. Okay, so 2 have 4 offsprings. Now I got a total of 6. And then these have offspring in a minute, and they're going to bink, become, I don't know how many, like 20, 19. Then they're gonna reproduce, and boop, our third generation, look how much. Okay, and then they're gonna reproduce, and I wish this were faster. Oh, I can fast forward it. Boop, and then we'll fast forward it, and boop, and then look, if it gets out of control, guess what happens? And oh my god, bunnies are taking over the world. Nobody wants that. So that's how this works without any other influences. But I want you to make some changes. Okay, I want you to run this, and I'm not going to do it for you. I want you to run this. I want you to add a mate, and you can fast forward, but I want you to wait for 3 or 4 or 5. Actually, I'd only do it on 3 or 4, and then I want you to add wolves and see what happens. Okay. Then I want you to run it again. I want you to wait. I want you to add wolves, but I want you to change it to snow. Okay, and watch what happens. Then I want you to start out with brown background, run it for a little while, add the wolves, but also then change it to snow. I'm sorry, I want you to start out with snow, run it for a little while, add the wolves, and then watch what happens. The wolves are going to eat it one time, and obviously they'll kill some. Then I want you to change it to back to brown, and I want you to see what happens. How many of the wolves get after when it's brown versus white, and see if you can tell me why. Okay, then finally I want you to run the simulation. I want you to add fur as a dominant trait. Okay, so what'll happen is some of the babies will be brown. Okay, but then I want you to let this run like this for about 2 generations, and then add wolves and see what happens. And that's the most important one. Alright, okay, I gave you those instructions verbally. You can figure it out. If you need to watch this again, you can. It's only 4 minutes long. Alright, good luck.